on how their organizations try to strike a smart balance and how they tackle key issues surrounding the concept of smart cities for today's and tomorrow's world. So over to our guests, and starting from the nearest right, I would like to ask for your individual remarks and comments on the subject matter of our discussion. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I'm very honored to be invited here by Dentons, and I'm very happy to introduce the Korea and Busan's smart city policy to you. As you know, South Korea is a very small country. The size of it is similar to that of the state of Georgia. But the population is over 50 million, so the population density is very high. Ironically, the high population density contributes the very efficient internet system. That means we have and we provide the fastest internet speed, fastest speed of internet service in the world to the citizens because of the high population density. And the Busan is the second largest city in Korea, having a 3.5 million population and having a fifth largest container port in the world. And Busan is right now designated by the central government as a leading smart city, thanks to our accumulated experience on using ICT technology on urban issues. So right now, the Busan is constructing a new trial future city, which is equipped with all the service and functions of a smart city, and for the purpose of spreading this model to other cities and exporting this model to a foreign country. And the smart city name is the Eco Delta City, that is near to the Busan International Airport. And based on my policy experience, I want to mention three important points first. First, many smart city planners often stick to the individual service for solving a specific urban problems using new technology. However, we need to have a more comprehensive perspective or views on smart city. That means we need to understand the concept of the smart city in terms of the fourth industrial revolution. That means today I prepared some leaflet for you. You can pick up the handout at the back of the room, and you can make refer to that. The fourth industrial revolution's technical flow or the process means in first stage we can collect the data using IoT or sensors, and then that data is stored in the cloud, like a cloud in the sky, and we can analyze that data by the AI system, and we can provide that service to the people or citizens in mobile based on the analyze the big data. That is the technical flow. And so sensors and big data and cloud and AI technology are very important and fundamental to all the several smart city services. So when I introduce the Busan's several smart city services later, I will explain more based on this technical flow. And the second important point is we need to pay attention to the space usage strategy as well as the new growth engine for the future society. And I think that the relation of the two is like that of the flower and garden. And flower can grow, absorbing the water and nutrient in the garden, and eventually they can make a garden more beautiful. So that is mutual growth, the mutual growth the relation. So when we always should pay attention to the mutual growth relation in planning the smart city. And the last point is government should listen to the demand of the citizen before deciding which service to provide to their citizens, depending on actual needs of the citizen. That is important. So in addition, that as I am the government official, so as a government official, we need to consider the digital divide or digital gap among the citizens. So today's morning, the Joe Andrew mentioned the importance of human adaptability to the technology. He emphasized it. I agree with him. So we needed to meet one of the public values of the equity and the fairness. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dan, over to you. It would be very interesting to hear about the experience of such advanced country as Korea. From your perspective, what are the technologies of the future?
Yes, thank you. Let me introduce Korea. Busan City is several smart city and its strong point. First, we have an open platform where many apps developed and the sensor device can access and connect. And I want to emphasize the importance of the platform. The platform makes us the smart city system evolve or progress by itself. That is very important. Our platform is open system, like the Linux computer operating system, in that we open the platform program sources to the public for free access. And second, we have much experience to test some test-bed project with global IT company such as IBM and Cisco and SK Telecom. And let me introduce Busan's pioneer test-bed project here. In the area of the mobility or traffic, the smart parking system provides the drivers with very useful information where and how many vacant parking lot around me using the cellular phone, the smartphone navigation. And to get this information, we need to equip parking lot with sensors. So we installed the sensors in some public parking lot, but we have difficulty installing them in private parking lot. The reason is that they don't want their revenue to be known to the government. And the traffic signal control system using intelligent CCTV at intersection is very interesting. The intelligent CCTV can distinguish the number or the shape of the car passing through the intersection, and it can send that information to the city traffic center, and the city traffic center can analyze it using AI system, and then control the traffic signal in most efficient way, better than just a simple machine or policeman's hand. And so to do so, we need to install the intelligent CCTVs all the intersections of a city, but we still have budget problems. Besides this, ITS system. ITS stands for the Intelligent Transport System. This can provide good traffic information. For example, where traffic jam happen, or what happens on a certain road. The using short-range communication system. And BIS is a bus information system, which can provide the citizens with bus real-time location and arrival information. So BIS can answer the question, where will my bus arrive? And in the area of the safety, we have implemented many challenging projects in the area of safety. For example, we introduced smart street lamps perceiving possible crime scenes such as fighting or screaming, and safer crosswalks at school zone. Also, we introduced the disaster response system and smart maritime safety system utilizing drone. We proceeded with a very challenging project with IBM, which is to enable us to prepare for natural disaster, including typhoon and heavy rain and earthquake, using AI and cognitive technology. And this project was initiated through the prize Busan won in the world contest sponsored by IBM. And Busan, as I said before, Busan has the world fifth largest container port, that is Busan Newport. We needed to provide a more convenient and faster service to all the companies and agency-related logistics. The GPS and other sensors attached to the container can give the exact location and the content information to the logistic company as well as the port authority. And a drone could be used in the area of the harbor, checking the several physical problems in the harbor, such as ship flow and find us from the ship smokestacks, and sometimes giving a lot regarding smuggling in the harbor. So it's very convenient. And in Korea, find us is a big social problem that central government and the local government should solve urgently. Some find us in the air comes from the neighboring countries such as China. To solve this problem, that is to reduce the find us in the air, we needed to measure the air quality first. We installed sensors in certain stationary places, but we had some limitation in measuring the entire air quality. So we installed the sensors. We came up with the idea of attaching the sensor on the moving buses. And even though the sensors are very important, and the price, many people say that the price of many kinds of sensors are still too expensive to satisfy the demands of the city. Particularly, the find us the sensor is very expensive. Allow me to introduce an example. In Busan, when it comes to price of installing a regular street lamp, we need a budget of just $1,000 a piece. But we installed intelligent street lamp with all kinds of sensors, such as automatic on and off LED lamp, and find us the sensors, and crime perceiving CCTV, intelligent CCTV. This is going to be very expensive. We need 10 times the cost of the regular street lamp. In the area of the energy and welfare, we have done many test bed projects such as smart building energy management and elderly care using smart meter, which has a special device checking the checking body system. And in the area of agriculture is also a good area where we can apply the drone technology. Some people might think that drone in the air can sow the seeds and fertilizer of the spacious palm. They could do so, but the more important function of the drone is to find out and give exact information to the farmers where the problem is and what problem is happening on the farm. We call it a drone farmland. Busan has a lot of experience in this, so we exported this system in 2018 to Tunisia in Africa, which was having a problem of desertification on its palm. And lastly, IoT living lab. This is a little bit important. right now we are operating some IoT living net project in the area of energy, factory and logistics and healthcare and urban regeneration and transportation. Easily speaking, the IoT living net IoT living net means to use the physical environment itself, such as real traffic roads or the shipping port and the university hospital or the factory. Those things as the lab using the new technologies such as IoT and AI. That is to study real problems coming from the workplace scene instead of a library or the lab. The workers at the place can demand their researchers to listen to their problems and to solve them. So the advantage of this is that we can get very fast feedback from the scene and then respond to that and make a correction and change. To save time, so I will skip over the concrete ones. And another very important thing, can I have one more thing? We are the service R&D technology is a little bit interesting. The more interesting. Can I have things? Just 1 minute is okay.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yes. So time right now. So many people say that this era is a superconverged or hyperconverged era. Thanks to the service R&D technology. Service R&D technology is a very important concept. And thanks to the service R&D technology and manufacturing and service industry are converged by the using new technology. For example, the ride booking service such as Uber and Lyft can pick us up wherever we are using the GPS technology. And one more example, as a pioneer American manufacturing company, GE subsidiary GE Aviation started to apply the sensor and the AI technology to its aircraft engine, which are flying all over the world. As a result, they can provide monitoring and diagnostic service support based on the analyzed big data collected from their aircraft engine. This is a free service, pre-sale service, not after service. As you know, the after service for airplane is meaningless. After the airplane crashes, we don't need to give the after service. And another one is VR, AR. Thanks to the virtual reality and augmented reality technology, the real world and the virtual world are converged. You can picture the people using the virtual reality headset during the gaming. Now, this technology is being used in all kinds of the job training, in addition to gaming. For example, in Busan Newport, when the workforces who have been trained in moving the container, using the crane via virtual reality headset, are assigned to a real workplace, they can do the job very well. So we can use the virtual reality and AR reality is used in many ways. Thank you.